I can't believe we're doing this right
Me
now.
neither. This is so surreal.
Well, welcome to the College Survivor Guide podcast pilot
Yes.
episode. Can we give ourselves a round of
I
applause?
know.
We did so good.
Wow. We really just put this together. That's crazy.
So, y'all, this is a pilot episode. So, we kind of just wanted to talk about different topics just to see how this episode could go. So, the team decided that we wanted to talk about the PWI and the HBCU Majorette debate.
Yeah.
So, currently at USC, a new Majorette team was formed, and it was performed at the football game. If you do not know, PWI means predominantly white institution, and HBCU means historically black college, university.
Right.
So a lot of the debates started because people don't think that Majorette dance should be performed at HBCU. So did you know Majorette before you even got here?
I did not. I don't come from that kind of background. I'm more for a traditional, pep palm cheer type of stuff. So no, I didn't know any of that until I came to an actual HBCU.
Before I even got here, honestly, I watched Majorette from Bring It, so I didn't know that it was originated in HBCUs until I was actually informed when this debate happened.
Right.
And it's crazy because the fact that we go to HBCUs but don't know a lot of the history is insane to me.
Right.
Because it wasn't taught to me in high school, at least. Like, we was taught you better go to college and you better choose wisely. We wasn't taught the differences between PWI versus HBCU.
Personally, when I was in high school, my advisor didn't know anything about HBCU. He was a white advisor. He did not know anything. He was like, what? What is that? And I was like, okay, so I guess I got to do this on my own now. So pretty funny.
The whole debate really started on Twitter. The video really went viral. It kind of shocked me because we always make not the wrong thing viral, but we choose what we want to make viral and what we choose what we don't want to make viral. And the thing that goes viral the most is the debates. It doesn't be much of support. It's more of you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. Right. So we're going to get into our opinions. Floyd, I want to hear yours first.
I don't really understand the whole uproar about why they shouldn't have it. I think it's a great opportunity for Black women, you know what I'm saying, especially at a PWI. When I was in high school, I really wanted Stomp and Shake to be at our high school. So I teached a couple cheers to them. It worked for maybe one game, but it wasn't working. So I just said, okay, just throw it away. But, just to see that, I'm pretty sure it's inspiring other Black women. You know what I'm saying? So we should be uplifting everybody. We should be uplifting.
It's crazy. If you showed me that video in high school, I would have a whole different opinion than what I have today.
Right.
In high school, I would have been like, what are y'all doing? Can we say things to ourselves? I would have been the mad people on Twitter. I kind of am still mad, low-key.
Okay.
It's not the fact that she started the team. It's just kind of the appreciation is going to the wrong places. HBCUs have been having majorettes for years. And other than Why Not Us from the Dancing Dolls, I don't see anybody else getting invited to all these talk shows, to all these interviews, to all these.
I can understand that.
So it's kind of when it came to the Jennifer Hudson show, people were mad because they were invited on there. And I understood. Okay. Because we have all these majorette teams. Well, not Jennifer, because she just started her show, so it's not about Jennifer. It's just about in general. The tweet, she gained so many followers, so many likes, and I think that's good for her as a Black woman. But it came from the wrong kind of attention, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It was more hate than love, I can say, based at least what I've seen. I'm not sure what y'all have seen, but it was definitely more bashing than appreciation. But it's I understood both sides, but most of the hate really came from HBCU alumni. They are going to root for the HBCU until they die.
Right.
So it was just a lot going on.
Right.
But what was your opinion of them being on the Jennifer Hudson show? Did you see it?
I did. I think I saw it yesterday. I think it was on TikTok. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
She put them in the stands.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow. They're actually getting attention. And I think that's an awesome thing, quite honestly. But you did mention that, why did, the dolls get, attention like that?
Especially with the Why Not Us. I was expecting more from that show.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was the marketing or people didn't know about the show, but other than people actually watching it, I have seen no promos other than when it started. Nobody invited them to talk. Maybe, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
But I do think that it should be more appreciation for HBCU teams rather than the same kind of team but the only reason they were caught on the show because they started at a PWI. Like, why do we have to put our Black creativity in white spaces to be seen? And I think that's what the whole argument was about. And I think it was so many arguments on Twitter that people were misunderstanding each other without really seeing the whole problem and what it was. But to be honest, we don't even know the root of the problem. Like, people mad because she's Black starting at a PWI. People are mad because the Majorette team. People are mad because they don't think she's...
Well, people are going to be mad about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, do what you got to do.
Everybody got an opinion.
For example, Code Blue. People did not like some people did. Some people did not like that at all. People don't like change. Some people just don't like change.
And what's crazy though? Because in order for her to even make the team, she's got opinions beforehand. And I'm pretty sure she had these opinions. Right. And she still went on to it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we have to realize as humans, no matter what kind of opinion we have, people are going to do what they want to do.
I love somebody.
Telling her that she needs to stop doing the dance team, go to HBCU and all that isn't going to change the fact that she made that team at a PWI, and she's going to continue to dance at the PWI.
As she should.
Even Miss D from Bring It, she sponsored their first uniform.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, the one they had on, I'm not sure where it came from, but she said, I'm sponsoring our next uniform. They got free shoes from someone. Somebody sponsored their shoes.
Wow. You see what happens
while them HBCU girls be up in there glittering their shoes every game.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a lot of where the uproar came from. And a lot of HBCUs, well, since we're talking about HBCUs, let's just get into HBCUs, period. A lot of HBCUs are funded, but funded in the wrong ways.
I see. Like repeatedly. I know what you mean.
The same HBCUs are funded. And I think that's also put a fire into the argument. Right. Because I don't think people really was just mad at the fact she made a dance team. I think it was the constant disrespect to HBCUs.
Okay, I can understand that.
And the constant disrespect to HBCUs has been happening for a minute now. And honestly, I might get hate for this if we actually put this out, but I think HBCU is being ruined by social media.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
I think on TikTok, it's a lot of inappropriate things that go on there. I think on Twitter, we share too many things that happen at home, behind the scenes. I just think, in all honesty, not even just HBCU, like just everything in HBCU is just coming to full light on social media, and it makes it look bad. Like, I don't remember this many arguments on Twitter growing up. I really don't. I don't even remember an HBCU argument before I got to.
I didn't even get Twitter until freshman year of college. I didn't know what Twitter. Well, I knew what Twitter was, but I didn't have it. They were like, "You need to get Twitter." I said, "Okay, I'll get it." And I had it.
My first Twitter was made before I got here.
Yeah,
and maybe that's why I didn't see no HBCU debates, because I wasn't on Twitter yet.
I didn't know Twitter was like that. I didn't know people were just throwing out information, saying what they want to say. I didn't know.
Twitter is the opinionated site. If you want some opinions, you're going to go to Twitter.
Right.
When something on campus happens, you're going to go to Twitter.
Right.
Just like that fight. What happened? We went right on Twitter and we saw it first thing scroll. And that's what I mean when I say so much just goes on social media. Like, I understand when it comes to certain things, like we want to share it, or like, some things can be funny, some things can be jokes. Right. But a lot of the stuff, we don't realize that we're self-bashing our school.
Yeah. Seriously.
And then when we give people something to talk about, we get mad when they talk about it. Like, when we go against other schools, they be like, "Oh, don't be in our school business." But we keep giving them information. Right. So it's kind of like, I just have mixed opinions on a lot of it, because it's like, one is social media, but then two, we should just stay closed as HBCU. But that's my opinion. So what y'all think we should talk about?
Just overall topic. I think we should all just be grateful and, expect to see more. Expect to see growth with this Majorette and Stop and Shake, obviously. Who just made a Stop and Shake team?
Oh, you talking about that Code Blue thing?
What school is that?
I don't know the school, and I was supposed to interview him, and I never got back to him.
I forgot.
But in his defense, he did say that he actually made the Code Blue name before y'all even popped up. Based off their information, it was in the works before Justin premiered his. So I'm not sure how accurate it is, because Justin released his, November 2019? Was it 2000?
Yeah.
November 2019, and the other team did theirs in like January of 20. It was like a month or two afterwards.
Right.
So of course people are gonna be like, "You're still in our swag because we were here 3 months before." But 3 months isn't a big thing either. And I don't know. Maybe they didn't see Code Blue page. Maybe they did. I don't know. But Justin did say that the people like do follow him. They do ask, for stuff and shake advice. So I think it's cool that a lot of stuff is being at different schools. I just think it should be appropriated correctly.
Right.
Because if you're gonna do it for one school, I feel like you should do it to where it originated from. And I think that's really my whole argument.
A lot of people are saying, well, not a lot of people. A comment that I read online, she had said, if you're going to make a majorette team, you should just go to an HBCU. And I don't really agree with that. I think if you do what you want to do, you should go for it. You know what I'm saying? It's good practice to bring something new to the campus, like Code Blue. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to relate to Code Blue. It wasn't easy in the beginning. We wanted to do what we wanted to do, and we did it, and the rest was history. So that's that.
I think if nobody agrees with it now, they're just not gonna agree with it.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, because I think I really like change. When Code Blue came, I think that like really stunned people.
Yeah.
And I think it was a big impact on campus.
Yeah.
But the difference is it was originated on an HBCU campus. And people weren't going to give y'all backlash because it's us here.
Right.
If y'all were to do that at PWI, you were not going to be loved the same.
No, well, sure. They're
going to be like, Code Blue, we're not doing that.
Sure.
So it's just, I think it really just depends on where you at and who supports you. Because the thing
and your mindset.
Because the Majorette girl, she's getting lots of support.
Really?
Within a week.
Right.
Because it really was a big topic like a week ago. She's already on a show. She's already getting sponsored. She's already getting all this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is this with other people?
Yeah.
That's been here for years.
I can see that.
I even compare it to like little achievements that people do on campus. Like people going out and making big deals and big impacts. Like where is their shine? Where is their love? It's just always something confrontational that becomes appreciated in a way, if that makes sense. Like I understand, even me being a journalist, that we want the hottest stories and stuff, but I just think sometimes it could be a better way going about it. Like if it was my show, I would have had the team on there, I'm not gonna lie, but they weren't gonna be the first team on there, and they sure weren't gonna be the last. And I probably would have had HBCU girls before then and probably after, so it just depends on who you are, like you said, what you believe in and your thoughts. So how are you doing in college? I know you said before we started you want to talk about
college is college. Lots of assignments, projects. I'm doing a lot of juggling with extra curricular activities and trying to do homework and then trying to do performances on this side, and then I'm trying to run a Greek chapter, and then I'm trying to But I think I've had a lot of practice in high school. I was doing all-star cheer. I was doing high school cheer. I was in the student government. I was the senior class president. So it's not frustrating too hard, but it can be frustrating. But I think I've had a lot of practice back then, so it's not too hard now. So, but it's going all right. It's going all right.
What's crazy? This is the first time I've done the least in my life.
Oh, what?
The least.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, I'm not a part of things like I used to. We'll talk about that in another episode. But this is the first time that I feel free to do what I want. I just have to go to work, go to school, and just.
Why do you feel that way? Why do you think?
I don't know. I don't think I should belong to any organization, if that makes sense. When I was a part of organizations, it felt like my time had to go to where they wanted it, or I had to do things that they wanted to do, or I had to be there at a certain time. I'm like, baby, I just got in bed. And you want me to be here for 9 o'clock a.m.
Right.
That doesn't, that doesn't go well. And I just couldn't be myself. And honestly, I couldn't run my career how I wanted to under other people's timing. So in order to me to do that, I had to leave all my organizations. And we're going to talk about that in another episode.
I had a question for you. How's college going for you?
It's going really well. To say it started a month ago, it feels like it's going really slow.
Oh my gosh, it did.
Like, we only been here for a short amount of time. And it feels like so much has happened since. Like, people have lost loved ones. People are failing. It's a drought in HBCU and college world, actually, when it comes to mental health. And I think we can only have so many conversations until we have to start physically impacting, if that makes sense. I was talking about this at the panel. I think that people always be like, check on your strong friends and stuff like that. But I think it's only so much talking that we as a person can do that can help somebody else in mental health, if that makes sense.
And I think students need to understand why they're here in the first place. A lot of students come here and they forget why they're here and they do what they want to do, and then they have to drop out and they gotta pay for loans and stuff. But that reminded me of my auntie. Before I even came here, my freshman year, she said, "Why are you going to college?" I said, "To get my degree." She said, "Okay." And that was the end of the conversation. And that's all I could think about. Why am I here? To get my degree. Why am I here? Okay, to get my degree. Why am I here? Okay. And it's just kept me going. It just kept me going.
I don't know what my answer would have been. I would be like,
just the experience. Well, I'm from California, so I'm not here to play silly games and stuff. I'm here to do what I need to do. Oh, sure. And I've traveled since I was like 10, so I guess traveling is nothing.
It's in your nature at this point.
Right.
But I think when it goes back to how you said, like, people should know, a lot of people don't know why they're in college.
Right.
A lot of people are actually shipped here, like, unwillingly.
Right. And I didn't know that.
Your parents say you're going to college, and you have no choice. They're going to get you on that 8-hour car drive, put your stuff in the car, and you're going to, any college they send you to. A lot of people have no control over even the college they choose. A lot of people didn't even choose Southern. They were forced by family or loved ones, or I graduated from there, or it's close to home. Like, a lot of people don't have freedom to choose their college careers.
It's the different perspectives for me. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I like to see different perspectives, because me personally, I chose to go to college, but it was something that was taught when I was growing up. So it wasn't like, it was a choice, but it wasn't at the same time.
And Southern was like right there for you, right? That's crazy to me. That's still crazy.
Because it was like, it's a choice, but it's not, because it's like, I want you to be successful and go do what you do, but make sure to go to college.
Right.
Like, if I drop out today, they're going to have a heart attack. Like, I didn't really have a choice. I had a choice on which college I wanted to attend, but even then, some people would push, go to Southern, it's down the street. Go to Southern, it's hometown.
And I think that's more of a Black culture thing. We are faced with challenges, and our parents want us to go farther than we have, or no, farther than they have, actually. My mom has always told me that wherever I am, I want you to go farther than I am. I want you to, if I'm here, I want you to go here. If I'm here, I want you to go way over there. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more of a Black thing that our parents want us to do better. But I know some other children have different situations with college and stuff, which, that's a different conversation. But yeah.
I do agree that they choose. Well, let me say it like this. I think back then college wasn't a choice. Like, back then, in like the old times, it's like,
and it was a little bit cheaper.
It was cheaper. It was way cheaper. Like, my Nana said, it wasn't high to get here at all. Like, $4,000 wasn't even in the picture at the time when we were there. But that shows different times.
Right.
Because back then it was easier for them to get in school. Feel like it was but it was harder for them to do things, if that makes sense. Like, now we have social media, so we don't have to go to college. If you want to be a content creator, buy that podcast mic and you start and you rich.
Right.
Depending on how you do it. Back then, it was either you go to college or you marry this man down the street because he got money. So it was different things. So it's like, I understand why older people push college because they didn't have as many options back then.
Right.
But it's like, I need them to understand that it's more options than college now.
Right.
Because my brother didn't go to college. He went to wellness school and he's an amazing welder now. Wow. But it's also different with girls and boys because they don't push college on boys like they do girls. With boys, it's like, oh, I know you probably don't want to go to college. You probably don't need to anyways because you ain't going to pay attention. With girls, it's like, oh, you're going to get sent to this school. You need to come back with a degree. Make sure you're not drinking. Make sure you're not with boys. It's like this whole rule set. And I don't think it's the same for dudes because it was easier for my brother to get out of college than but I wanted to go in the first place. So it's two different career paths anyways.
Something to think about.
Oh, we're really doing this pilot.
I'm just talking to you regularly. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, I'll produce this, I promise. This is just like over. We wanted to share it with y'all just to share that we actually started.
Do you think the conversation would be different if the USC Majorette team had some white girls in there? No, serious
The
question.
way that would break the internet.
I think people would be more upset.
They would be outraged because
I think people would be more upset.
But the thing is, this is why they're outraged from the beginning, because they don't want white girls to feel like they even have a chance on the team.
I think people feel like our culture is being taken away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I can, but I just don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I think this is an amazing opportunity. Seriously.
I really think it depends on you, because you're from Cali,
yeah,
and you went to a different kind of high school than me. I went to a predominantly black school.
Okay,
and yours is different. So the way we view things, as in you might think it's cool, I might think it's like a gatekeep kind of thing, because that's where I was raised. Okay. So it just depends. But I think when it comes to the Caucasian conversation, I think it really makes people mad at the fact that they think that a white girl even has a chance to try out because it's at a PWI. Gotcha. And I think that's what made a lot of people upset. Okay. Because if you put an organization at a PWI, despite if it's black girls doing majorette, there's no sign at the door that says, how can I explain this? It's no sign at the door that stops anybody from trying out, if that makes sense. Okay. Like you shouldn't. Like you can't make rules on organizations and say because you're this color you can't try out. And I think that's why people are upset, because it's no rule to say that there can't be a white girl on that team next year. Sure. And if we see one, then it's going to be a whole different debate.
I think they should. I think they should.
Floyd said y'all ain't gonna like what he said on this podcast before we even started.
I think they should.
Me personally, I don't want to see no Becky Majorette.
I think Becky can do it. She can kill it. She can kill it.
But do I want to see it? No. But do I think she can do
it?
I
do.
Yes.
I do.
Y'all know I actually got mad when they had a girl on a majorette team before I got here. They had a Caucasian girl on a majorette team. I got so
Southern?
upset. It was just, I don't want to say the name.
Okay.
It was just
oh my gosh.
And I was so upset because I was like, what? Like, I was like 10 at the time when I seen this. So at first, I wasn't even 10. I'm lying. I was like 15, y'all. I was going to have some common sense. But you did say you ain't going to. Huh? People ain't going to like what you say.
Hey. Figure it out.
Figure it out. We should have put up some tweets for this, because
I was going to ask you that.
Actually, let's put up some tweets, y'all. I'm perfectly fine standing on this hill by myself, but wanting HBCU culture at white schools instead of going to an HBCU is weird. Do you agree?
Okay, I was a little confused on that first sentence. I'm perfectly fine standing on this hill by myself, but wanting HBCU culture at white schools instead of going to an HBCU is weird. I can understand where she's coming from that, but then again, it's gonna grow. You know what I'm saying?
I have mixed opinions on it as well, because as much as we want the Black community and Black culture to take over, people have choices on what they want to take over. Like, you can't say we rooting for everybody Black, but then y'all choose which decision or which scenario y'all gonna root for. Because if you're going to say you're going to root for everybody Black, that means we have to root for that Black girl, despite her being at that school. Because she is one of us if we take it back in the day. Because we did a segment on PWI versus HBCU, so y'all should definitely check it out. If y'all go to our YouTube and keep scrolling, it's actually one of the first episodes, so y'all will be able to find it. But it's a lot of differences that we're going to talk about when it comes to HBCU and PWIs. We just kind of wanted to touch base on the majorette side of it. But what do you think the majorette girls think?
I think they're more excited because they have a lot more attention at them. It's growing, still growing today. I feel like they have something in store for us. And I didn't think they would be this big, quite honestly. I knew when I saw that video on Instagram that they were going to be popular, but I did not know they're going to be on the Jennifer Hudson show. I did not know that.
Jennifer Hudson show,
I said, whoa.
I said, pick me. I've been interviewing students around campus. Pick me. So that's what I think when I say that they choose who they want to come on the show when it's popular, instead of what actually is impactful and what actually is right. Because despite what's going on, if we being honest, it is an impactful thing that's going on right now. A majorette team at a PWI, whether we want to accept it or not, things are changing. And they're changing quickly. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I think Code Blue was like a big start on that. Because before Code Blue came, I didn't really see people just starting their own organizations. If that makes sense. So I think it starts from one train to another, and you just keep going and going.
As it should.
Because it's not going to be the only Majorette team.
As it should.
It's not.
As it should.
Now, if a white girl get on it, then it's going to be a whole different thing.
Now, I can understand why people will be upset about that.
Yeah.
But then again, you know what I'm saying? These are some talented group of people doing what they love to do, and that's dance.
Because before we even end this episode, a lot of people was comparing it to the D9. And
why?
Because they said
this has nothing to do with them.
It was actually agreeing to your thing.
What
they were saying that if y'all going to put white people in Greek organizations, y'all should do the same with Majorette things. That was just basically saying y'all choose to be when y'all want to be in an uproar. Because it was like when Becky crossed at this school, y'all wasn't saying all this, but when she makes a Majorette team at a PWI, now it's uproar. So I do think we are our worst enemies. I do think we're harsher on ourselves when it comes to Black people, because I don't think she deserved all the hate she got. I don't think she deserved any hate at all. I think it's a way to give your opinions without being disrespectful, and that's kind of what I did. Because do I fully agree with what happened? No. But I'm not going to come on here bashing her either.
Right.
I'll never bash nobody, especially publicly. Because she did what she wanted to do, just like everybody does what they want to do.
Exactly.
Like, you can't choose when you want to support people. I just don't think so. Because if she was to do something else, they'll be all in. Like, let's say she made another Stop and Shake team. Do y'all think she would have the same outrage, or do you think it's more because Majorette is an HBCU?
Oh, okay. I can understand that.
Yeah, I don't think it's based off that she started dancing. I think because she started an HBCU originated style of dance. And I think that's really why people are upset. Because if she went out there with some wands and stuff, people would not be mad. They wouldn't know. But thank you for coming to our first episode of College Survivor Guide podcast. Pilot episode.
Awesome.